Welcome to the Rock Roost Podcast.
What's up, y'all? Thanks for joining us here at the Roost. Dustin?
What's up, everybody? So, one thing that we had on this last post that we done with Facebook was what bands actually got you into rock and roll, okay? For me, for metal, it was Rob Zombie, but in all reality, Derek actually said something on there that's 100% true, and that is 103.3 KDF.
KDF.
Do you remember KDF?
Oh, well, yeah.
Oh man, I still want that shirt so bad.
Yeah.
I can't breathe.
I have a sticker on my toolbox at work.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if we can still get those.
I found somebody that did remakes of them
Okay.
or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love that sticker. I look at it every day.
Okay, so if anybody doesn't know what 103.3 KDF is, now it's a country station, sadly enough, but it was from that's blasphemy to us. But anyways, it was all about rock and roll.
Oh, yeah, out of Nashville.
Back in the day,
Yeah.
right?
Yep, and that's where I first heard Nirvana. That's where I first heard Alice in Chains, Smashing Pumpkins, Stone Temple Pilots. It goes on and on and on.
That's exactly right. So today, what I want to talk about is not what really got us into rock and roll, but it's all about the '90s. That's where I'm at.
Okay.
All about the '90s. Okay,
Right, yeah.
so to me, I'll tell you my all-time favorite '90s band, and I'm sure it's going to be the exact same.
I already know what it is.
Fanny, do you?
I have no idea.
No idea. That's sad. We've known each other for 30 years. That's absolutely. He was the first person I spent the night with in kindergarten, and he doesn't know what my favorite '90s band is. I don't understand this. But anyways, it doesn't matter. Neither here nor there. But mine is 100% Alice in Chains.
Alice in Chains.
By far, Lane Staley from Alice in Chains was the best lead singer ever.
He had the chops. Nobody compares.
That's absolutely right, and he was humble.
He was very humble, and sadly, we lost him in 2002.
Mm-hmm.
The same. It was an anniversary of Kurt Cobain's death.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do you know how much he weighed when he passed away?
I have no idea.
He was 6'1", so
He's a big guy.
Yeah, he was 6'1", so he's about a half inch larger than what I am, and weighed 85 pounds.
Oh my God,
85 pounds.
that's crazy.
That's huge. That's huge because he was so engulfed in depression and the drug habit. I mean, the best Unplugged I've ever seen is Alice in Chains Unplugged, and
without a doubt.
he was hiring a kite right there. He had to have been.
He still did. Awesome.
It didn't even look like he was trying to sing, did it, Fatty?
No.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, it looked like his glasses were like holding his eyes. Like, I don't know.
No, you're right. I mean, you're right. He actually said that he had to have a bump before he actually went out. And for somebody like that to be able to do as good as what he did, being that way, I mean, that's amazing. Now, there's two people that a lot of people don't know that Lane Staley or Alice in Chains was their favorite band as well. Do you know what two people those are?
What, Alice in Chains is their favorite band?
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea.
And they're big bands. I mean, these are big people rather. Anyways, one of them is Seal.
Seal?
Kiss from a Rose on the Grave. Is that how that goes?
I think it's just, I think the song title is Kiss
Fatty,
from a
sing
Rose.
it. Oh, no, you okay?
I'm gonna opt out of that. I'm sorry.
So yeah, Seal.
Seal.
I think that's cool. I mean, I think that's cool. Seal, who was at one point probably one of the biggest solo artists in the world.
I only know the one song.
Hey, and that one song was huge. Batman. Remember
Forever.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely right. So anyway, Seal, Alice in Chains, it was his favorite '90s band by far. He thought Lane Staley was just awesome. Jerry Cantrell and Lane Staley's harmonies
Oh,
was,
yeah,
was
the
awesome.
harmonies.
Yeah.
I mean,
And then the other one,
I don't know. Go ahead and tell me.
the lead singer of Heart,
Oh yeah, Heart. Yeah, yeah.
which is awesome.
That is awesome. Well,
You're going. They were in the '70s, which they were awesome for what they did, 100%. And then you had the '80s, and the '80s hair bands, which, if anybody knows us, we do not like the '80s hair bands at all. So,
yeah.
but that's okay. But the '80s hair bands were just all against grunge.
Yeah, but so the thing about Heart is, they were the godmothers of rock
Oh yeah.
in Seattle,
Oh, they killed it.
and all the guys coming up in the '90s, they looked up to Heart. Mm-hmm. You had Alice in Chains, Soundgarden, Pearl Jam. They were all looking up to Heart for guidance.
Absolutely.
It was a big deal.
Yeah.
And I really like Heart.
Oh, Heart's awesome.
Yeah.
Heart's awesome. So, what's the lead singer of Heart's name?
Is it Ann and
Ann Wilson.
Ann Wilson.
Yep. Ann Wilson. Yep. Her all time favorite lead singer ever was Lane Staley, which is awesome. And not even going into Nirvana. I mean, you've got Nirvana was a
they were a thing on their own.
I mean, 100%.
Yeah, I mean it exploded, and Nirvana and Kurt Cobain were the face of '90s subculture.
And he didn't even realize he was that talented.
Yeah, I feel really bad. Have you ever watched the documentaries about the Kurt and Courtney and all that? Yeah.
Yeah.
No comment.
No, well, I mean, I'll comment here. I just the evidence does not look great for Courtney.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
It is what it is. And with the '90s, I mean, you had awesome bands that weren't technically, they were. I guess they were more pop, but they were still rock bands.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you had Better Than Ezra. I love Better Than Ezra.
I do too. I do too.
Blues Traveler.
Yeah.
Good stuff. I like all
Who sang Flagpole Sitta?
Harvey Danger.
Harvey Day. That was a one-hit wonder, wasn't it?
That was a one-hit wonder.
But that was an awesome song.
I still listen to Flagpole Sitta.
Oh, I do too. I do too. Yeah,
That's great.
It was a really good one. But so my question is, why was all of the early '90s grunge musicians all depressed?
Because it was a depressing time for everyone. I mean, really, people were, getting in touch with who they were and that kind of thing, and people were heading out of the hair metal, and they were looking for something else, something that felt real, and that's where they came into this whole grunge movement. Mm-hmm. This whole grunge movement really took everyone by storm because it felt real. Mm-hmm. It was talking about real emotions, real, depressing matters, or real life matters, or whatever.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that wonder why Chris. Okay. But if you listen to his lyrics from back in the day,
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Black Hole Sun. Listen to that.
Pretty much every song.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Blow Up the Outside World. Mm-hmm. I mean, everything that he wrote was about this darkness inside of him.
Oh yeah.
And it eventually took his life.
Yeah, yeah. Now this is '90s, and I would consider it grunge or consider it good music for sure, and that's Smashing Pumpkins. Fatty, you remember Smashing Pumpkins?
Oh, I remember.
Yeah. We used to play what did we used to play? We used to play a couple
Zero.
songs, didn't we?
We played
Zero, yeah.
Bullet with Butterfly Wings.
Yep, that's exactly right. Yeah. And did you know that? Of course, he is the same way. I mean, a very depressive person at the time,
Yeah.
and today, you know what that's about, right?
About him being depressed.
It is about him being depressed, but
What, the song?
the song today, yeah,
Oh, yes, I do remember.
yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I do remember.
So he actually because he just felt so less than because you've got Nirvana, you've got Pearl Jam, you've got these bands that are Alice in Chains that are huge, 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 and he's thinking, my God, I'm putting in all this work, but for some reason it's just not, working out, and he literally was thinking about the next morning, and I had some type of dream or something, but come up with the lyrics to Today, which is an awesome song that
I love that song.
a lot of people's listen to just to get them through the day, which is cool. Another thing is, I keep on going on about Smashing Pumpkins and Billy Corgan, but did you know that he was in not Static X, but Wayne Static's band?
Blue Dream.
Yes, absolutely right. Absolutely right. Now, what did Wayne Static say?
He said he couldn't sing. He said that Billy Corgan couldn't sing.
He said that Billy Corgan couldn't sing. Now, can Billy Corgan sing for Static X? No.
No.
Absolutely not. No. But he come out and they become way bigger than what Static X ever was.
Like I really like, just talking about voices real quick, I really enjoy a voice that is not what you would consider good. That is, I've always been drawn to those type of voices. Billy Corgan, would he ever win American Idol? I don't think so.
No, absolutely not.
But his voice fits perfect for what he does, and it makes it iconic. And you have the same thing with Kurt Cobain. Lane Staley, there is a small chance that he could have won because his voice is just phenomenal. But with his music, it's perfect. And you even got Mad Season. Mad Season, I was listening to Mad Season today. So great. He has a great voice, but nobody understands what Eddie Vedder is saying, but they all love it. Everybody loves it. Fatty, do you love it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
he
had
loves
no
Yeah,
idea.
Pearl
Like
Jam
half
is
the
amazing.
words.
Yes. It took me a long time to Jeremy. I always thought it was. I never thought it was Jeremy spoken. I always thought it was some word that didn't exist. To be honest, seriously, I'm serious. The heart
You can't remember the word though.
No, I can't. It was something crazy, but I thought that it was a real word because they were saying it, but
Yeah.
it wasn't. Yeah. But yeah, no. And then Billy Corgan. Recent news is that he could be Bill Burr's brother.
Why are we bringing this up?
Well, I love Bill Burr.
I love Bill Burr too, but he's going to hunt us down and kill us if we talk about this.
He was pissed.
He was so pissed.
If you haven't watched that, it was Howie Mandel's
Yeah. Podcast.
podcast, yeah, and
Bill Burr had no idea.
no, what happened was he walked down the steps and or not him, but it was Billy Corgan walked down the steps and he had seen him and said, "Hey, Bill Burr," and he said, and Billy Corgan was like, "You know about that story?" And he's like, "No, I don't know about that story." Well, then he proceeds to tell him, and then Howie Mandel talks him into actually speaking about it on his podcast. Then Howie Mandel goes to Billy Corgan and says, "Hey, it'll be okay. Yeah, no. Bill knows. Bill knows you're coming.
Bill had no idea.
Yeah, Bill knows you're coming." and then he actually walks in, and there's Bill Burr, and Bill Burr looks, and he's like, "What in the hell is going on?"
He's ready to punch the wall.
Yeah, but listening to recent interviews, him and Howie still aren't right about it.
Yeah.
And I don't blame him. I
Yeah.
mean, if you don't want it brought up, don't bring it up.
Yeah, it's weird. Don't bring it up.
Don't bring it up.
And here we are bringing it up.
Well, it's okay for us to bring it up. So,
But Bill Burr is going to kill us.
hey, it'd be great for Bill Burr to come here and cuss me out. It'd be all right. I would listen to it. I would listen.
At least we'd laugh about it.
Yes,
first.
yes.
In the afterlife.
Yeah. Well, hopefully he'll cuss Derek out so I can sit back and laugh.
Yes.
I'll say he's the one that wanted me to say it, and that's why.
That's
gotcha.
exactly what you would do, too. That's exactly what you would do.
Well, my brother here wanted me to tell you this. Yeah. I
Let
can see
let
it.
me tell you what Fatty said.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be it. Yeah.
But if you haven't watched Bill Burr's thing, that's up on Hulu, it's amazing too. So
Yeah,
it's
his
hilarious.
stand up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Going
it's
back
hilarious.
to what you were talking about with Billy Corgan, though, in the same recent interviews that the Bill Burr stuff's been brought up about, he talks about how the producers that whenever he first started out, the producers that hired him and stuff, or that were working with him, told him that his voice would never be radio friendly.
Oh yeah.
Like said that this will never happen and stuff like that, and he just kept going, and it worked out.
Mm-hmm.
It's an iconic voice.
Oh, it's iconic. Yeah. He pushed and pushed and pushed.
I mean, the whole '90s movement of just iconic voices.
Mm-hmm.
You got Scott Weiland.
Stone Temple Pilots. That's why I was fixing to bring up
Scott-
STP.
Scott Weiland, man. I mean, that was iconic from the early albums when the record company told them they needed to sound like grunge and they did it and it was amazing. But even you got Number 4, a great album.
Oh gosh.
I love that album.
Yeah.
The whole, I really think that the 90s was the last great era for music. Like you had the 50s, which you had doo-wop and Chuck Berry and stuff, and then you had the 60s, you had hippie music, and the 70s you had British metal.
Zeppelin.
Yeah, British metal. British hard rock, whatever you want to call it, and
Black Sabbath.
and then you had 80s, you had Metallica, you had AC/DC, you had the hair bands, which I'm not a fan of. We talked about this earlier.
No.
But then the 90s came grunge. It was bigger than life.
Mm-hmm.
People still listen to it today.
Mm-hmm.
And the new metal movement was right after that, and it was good too. I loved it
It
because
just didn't last very long.
it didn't last very long. But the grunge movement didn't last very long either. But what's come after that? Nothing. I mean,
Nothing good anyway.
there's bands out there that are really good, and I enjoy, but there's no solid movement. It goes along with subculture. It goes along with how one dresses or what they talk about. Everybody that liked hair bands had teased hair and wore leather and Jaguar prints and stuff, whatever. With the 90s movement, you had flannel, you had Converse, Doc Martens.
Well, in all reality, I mean, anybody in 93, 94, 92 even, 91 even, how many flannel shirts and cut jeans
Ripped
with
jeans,
holes
yeah.
in it? How many of those people would you have seen in school? If we'd have been in high school at that point.
A lot.
Yeah, a lot.
Now there's like I'm saying, like the subculture is gone. It's just all this big mishmash, like there's not one defining genre of music that really takes the country or takes the world.
I don't know. That Kendrick Lamar stuff does.
Okay, so you're saying that everybody's wearing bell-bottom pants?
No, those are women pants as well.
Oh,
But yes, if you didn't
okay.
know,
I did not know that.
no, but everybody knows the lyrics.
I don't know the lyrics.
You don't? Yeah, you do. You're
No,
the
I
one that
don't.
said it before.
What'd I say?
I don't remember. I don't remember the exact words. I'm sorry.
A minor.
A minor. Yeah,
You don't even remember that?
I remember the A minor
Okay,
part. That's all I remember.
Well, you
though.
know that though.
I do,
Yeah. So that's a big deal.
but it's not something that creates a culture.
Yeah. No, I agree. It's like Manson. Whenever Manson come out, the
whole goth thing was really
black,
big. Yeah.
all that. Oh no, I'm with you.
The dog collars and that was a big thing. Everybody had the big long chains and the jinkos.
Oh God. The Jinkos. Now that was a terrible idea.
I had one pair of jinkos, but it wasn't the pants. It was the shorts.
So they pretty much
much wore pants that were about this big around. Yeah.
Fatty, did you have Jinkos?
Of course I did. You know I rocked them things, man. I went to school with those things. And then I got tired of kicking my pants as I walked. And I was like, no, I got to get rid of these things.
Yeah. But I really think that the 90s is going to last a long time.
Oh yeah, it's everlasting.
It's going to be right up there with the Beatles, the 60s, the 50s.
Well, look at kids' shirts today.
Everybody's wearing Nirvana shirts.
Everybody's wearing Nirvana. Everybody knows who Kurt Cobain is.
Yeah.
Everybody. Now, how in the world did that continue on? Is just crazy to me.
Well, it's iconic, like I said.
It's iconic.
I don't see us ever moving into another time where the subculture takes over.
I hope we do.
I hope it does too, but I think, not to sound old or anything, but I think with the internet, there's just too much available to everybody, and because of here I am speaking on the internet or whatever.
Well, it's true, and the musicians don't make near as much what they used to.
Oh
either.
yeah, there's that too.
So it's not as desirable as what it used to be back in the day.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
when we were
saying?
kids, all we wanted was a record contract.
Oh yeah, that's it.
That's what we wanted.
Just to be able to make a living.
Yeah, we didn't care about being rich. We just wanted to make a living doing what we love. And I think there's a lot less of that now.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot less of that now, and record companies are not really looking for the next big band. They're looking for the next big solo singer.
Well, whenever you can put your music on Spotify or whatever by yourself, you know what I'm saying?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
It's so easy. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to. You get millions of views on listens on Spotify and stuff. I mean, labels will pick you up just because of that.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. The sad thing is though, CDs, things like that. That's not even part of the.
Physical things to hold.
Yeah.
That's not even part of it anymore. So you make a lot less money on Spotify.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And things like that, on iTunes. I mean, you make a whole lot less money than what you did with album sales or CD sales or cassette sales even.
Yeah.
Now it's not even really a thing. So it's whenever Metallica was throwing their fit about Napster,
Yeah.
I had a problem with that because I just felt like they were being whiny babies. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be
Why?
honest.
Did you have Napster?
Yes.
Oh.
So
Who did not?
Well, I didn't have Napster. I had LimeWire.
you had
Yeah,
LimeWire.
LimeWire.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he used to.
I had
He used to.
LimeWire.
He used to download all my music for me.
Yeah.
But I can now. I see. Really why that was a big deal because
Yeah,
the
definitely.
future it was going to be nothing.
It literally tainted artists' work.
Oh, absolutely.
They were not getting paid for their work, and so, me personally, I took it upon myself. Like, I'm not gonna download anymore like that. I got rid of LimeWire, and
we transitioned into what, iTunes. and
iTunes.
stuff?
Yes,
Yeah.
I started buying off iTunes. Well, at first it was, I think at first I was doing like MP3s off Amazon,
Yeah.
and then I got into iTunes later. But that I try to support the musicians any way that I can, and whether that's buying their music,
Absolutely.
buying their merch.
Yep. 100%.
That lets them continue on and give me the pleasure of hearing their music.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. No, I agree. So, 90s, we're talking 90s.
Yeah. Got sidetracked.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm with you. But we're talking 90s, and there's one individual that just absolutely disgusts me, but fascinates me in the same token. Did not care for his music at all, but he was a huge shock factor.
Okay.
Do you remember G.G. Allen?
Oh, I personally I do not like G.G. Allen.
I don't either.
That's not my cup of tea.
It's not my cup of tea either. But he went over and beyond with everything that anybody thought was right, anything that anybody thought that was morally correct. He went above and beyond that and said, "No, this is what I'm doing." I'm not a G.G. Allen fan. I do not like him at all. Do not like how he made it big or what have you. But what I do remember is, see, he's not getting this one. See, what I do remember is a bucket. Okay, I remember a bucket.
Oh,
with G.G. Allen.
Yeah.
And so that always reminds me of the Fatty Bucket. Do you remember the Fatty Bucket?
I do remember the Fatty Bucket.
Fatty, do you remember the Fatty Bucket?
No, I don't even. Yes, I remember the Fatty Bucket.
So the Fatty Bucket wasn't near like what G.G. Allen would do.
You know
with
what?
the
Hang on a second. Why are we just sharing all of my blunders in life? Like what is exactly going on with all this?
A lot of the stuff that you did was pretty memorable.
Oh.
So
It was hilarious, and the rest of the world needs to know about it. Derek?
so
God.
Fatty used to drink pretty heavily, as we all did, and we would drink vodka pretty heavily. And Fatty knew preemptively, I'm gonna get sick.
Yeah.
He'd start carrying around a bucket. I actually wrote Fatty Bucket on it with a Sharpie. And he just carried that around with him.
Better than throwing up in the floor, is it not? Is it not? Right.
And when it hit him at the right moment, he had his Fatty Bucket with him.
Right.
Everybody knew that was his Fatty Bucket. Don't touch that. Do not touch that.
He held it like a baby.
You do not want to touch
even
that.
if he went outside, which doesn't make a lick of sense. but
I've got pictures somewhere of him holding.
it outside.
Yeah, let's just keep those where they're at. How's that? Yeah, right.
I remember.
Fatty, bring up that picture.
Yeah, no, I got it. Wait a second.
No.
I'm just kidding.
God,
But I do remember him laying out in the yard a few times with a Fatty Bucket beside him.
Oh,
That was my place to go, with the bucket. I don't.
He didn't want to taint the grass.
Yeah, well, it would eat the grass, and then there would be a bald spot or something. So I ain't trying to mess up nobody's lawn. I'm already there drinking. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
You want some breakfast? That's okay. So, anyways, that's whenever I think of G.G. Allen. So I'm thinking of the '90s. Whenever I think of G.G. Allen, for some reason I think of Fatty, and that's the reason why.
I never put the two together.
But
ever.
now you see what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that was a long way around. But
He just wanted to throw my Fatty Bucket story.
He did.
That's all he was doing. The
No,
whole
it's
time.
true. It's all true. I mean, G.G. Allen and Fatty. I mean,
I do not care about
I mean, it's
G.G.
like
Allen.
a synonym, So
Yeah.
Whatever you say, that's your prerogative.
But anyways, the 90s are awesome.
Oh yeah,
Well, I mean, we've enjoyed the 90s. That's really what got us in.
it is. When we were driving to school or being towed to school, whatever, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
here comes the rooster.
I heard the
That's
rooster.
the very first song that we just absolutely
Yeah, we went
fell in
crazy
love with.
about. And
The rooster.
and I was a little kid.
Rooster.
I was a little kid, you know.
Uh-huh.
And we were little kids. You're 3 years younger than me, but we really just got attached to that. And as being a little kid, you know, ADHD or whatever it was like I love the Rooster song, but I can't remember who sung it. So there was like several. We didn't have internet back then. There were several years that I knew I just loved that song.
Yep.
And I couldn't remember who sang it or.
Well, most of the time, whenever we was in the GL Storm, it was Seal or something like that.
Yeah, it was, or In Vogue, or yeah, that was Mom, yeah. And but the I forgot where I was going. Rooster. There we go. Okay, you hit me with the
GL Storm.
Geo Storm.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Rooster was something that really just stuck out in our minds
It completely changes.
forever.
Changes.
And there was years there where I tried to figure out who it was, and then there was that I saw the music video for Black Hole Sun.
Oh.
I couldn't remember. I was like, oh my God, and I couldn't remember who that was, but
Then it went into Rob Zombie, it went into Korn, and then it went into just
oh yeah,
all rock.
that's more a story that I'll tell another
Mm-hmm.
time. But yeah, that was 90s grunge. Really, is what got me into rock.
Oh, I agree.
100%. Even as a kid, I associated with that and knew that this was something that I had to listen to for the rest of my life.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. So 90s, if you haven't listened to it, listen to it. It's awesome.
I even got my kid, Bella. She loves 90s music. I mean, she loves Alice in Chains. She loves Nirvana, Pearl Jam, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Smashing Pumpkins. She is. I'm glad I did something right.
Yeah, that's the only thing you done right. But,
It probably is. It probably
I'm
is.
just kidding.
You know.
That as big of a rocker as what I am, my kids do not like it at all, and except for Keaton, my son, he does like Alice in Chains. He does like Red Hot Chili Peppers. He's huge into.
Yeah.
But anyways, with that being said, very excited about our concert coming up.
Yeah. Yep.
So the reminder, that's coming up May 17th.
May 17th.
We've got a lot of good bands. We spoke to it last week, but remember, worldly known, Framing Hanley is going to be here.
Yep.
Who else?
Gravel Switch.
Gravel Switch is going to be here, and we've got a lot of other bands who's just awesome. And so make sure you come to it. Make sure you follow our page.
It's going to be fun. We're going to try to make it a little bit different. It's not going to be your typical, concert in this area or whatever. But keep posted. Keep it posted about what we're going to do. We're going to try to have some food trucks. And
Oh yeah, we got a lot of things going on.
we got a lot of things going on with that. So more to come.
More to come, and make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube.
Yep. Like, share, and subscribe.
Absolutely.
Yep. Keep updated with us. So if you subscribe with us, you will see it whenever it's available.
Yep. Keep rock alive.
That's right.
Thank you.